We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to KWHR Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go from a rain-soaked KWHR Stadium. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Ready, break! They go play action now with Sanders. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and Instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
It's Otten in motion. First carry here for Kyron Williams. It's Otten in motion. On third down, Sanders. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, L.A.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A give, and here comes Williams. And, they smacked him down there. Big hit, right at the line. No gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Shador. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw is on to punt. And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here comes a reverse. And he'll be out of bounds up at the 30-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
46-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. First down, it is Williams. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
It's Otten in motion. Godwin working the right side. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Rams 1st down.
On the RPO, it's Nakua. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Shador. That's out wide to Williams. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
He's going to be marked down up around the 33. They get 11 and quickly pick up 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Trying the left side, it is Johnson. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. The carry here for ETN. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Steeler first down.
In today's game, Mike, we're so used to seeing everyone go for quarterback sneak in this situation. 3rd and inches, just let your quarterback kind of barrel forward and get a fresh set of downs. But a nice change up here, giving the ball to your back. Not only does he pick up the first down, but he gets plenty of yards after that.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's ETN. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he is out of bounds. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground,
and he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really, everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Parkinson in motion. Throwing now, Sanders on 1st down. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Ferguson, the tight end. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Now, Shador. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So, they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Trying to hook up with Cade Otton that time around. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And he'll be brought down. A short return. And they'll take over there. on the ground with Johnson. They're going to work this down inside the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
On first down, right back to Johnson. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Another run here with Johnson. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Now, faking the give, exiting the pocket right. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Back to the air once more on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. Now, ETN. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
That's caught. Right side. It's Fireman. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. That's Fireman. Touchdown, Steelers. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the Steelers move out on top. 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
The motion man is Nakua. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Open man downfield, that's Godwin. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Rams first down. From the gun, it's Sanders. He's got it again. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That is a big play for LA. 31 yards.
First down, Rams.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Off the play fake, here's Sanders. Left side to Godwin. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. The penalty yardage not quite enough for a first down, so they're still looking at 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have the Rams first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On the carry, it's looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
And quickly out to Williams. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Patrick Weed. He's in for the sack, and it will lead to 4th and very long. No return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Play action, it's Sanders. Off he goes. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Steelers think they've got one. And they do. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. That is Ferguson in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, LA.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
On the give, it's Williams. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Here's Sanders to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Rams.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's now 14-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. So From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
28-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. We'll look underneath here for Johnson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
36-yard line.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Back to throw. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is, and now he loses the football. And they are going to get this one back. Wouldn't that be something? Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep possession after the interception. They send Godwin in motion. On play action, Shador. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
They send Godwin in motion. On second down here, Sanders. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pick up 8 out to the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Second and a yard. They'll run. It's ETN. He'll They'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Hitchens. And a solid return as he gets it up past the 45-yard line.
So we saw in the first half, like, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A give left side. Here's Williams. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Juan Thornhill up in this secondary spot to make the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
It's Otten in motion. On 3rd down, Sanders. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That's big Christian Wilkins getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year. Punt team headed out for the Rams. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. That's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. A run here with Johnson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's a Steeler first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll go again with Johnson. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Braden Fisk is there to bring him down.
2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the gun, it's Shador. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he finds his tight end fire move. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Cameron pitches. There to bring him down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From 29, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 60 bucks.
ETN ahead out of the pistol. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Now on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Cowboy 80.
Here's ETN. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. The defender bodied his man up, wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
This one grabbed by Austin. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Steelers build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Trick the Eagles.
The motion man is Nakua. Here's a handoff to Williams. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Big Christian Wilkins, the one who brought him down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Parkinson in motion.
19, Tiger, 19.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Check. Hawk 70. Go.
From the gun, it's Sanders. And that is incomplete. But a flag is down back in the backfield. Did they hit the quarterback late?
Ready, set. Let's go now. Liking 18. Ready,
As Shador on first down. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. That's into the hands of T.J. Watt. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he'll take this one in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Point after. Coming up here. 7.
Rams 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready. On first down, it's Sanders. Godwin working the right side. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 31. Here is second down and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Along the sideline, a nice catch off the feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That is catch number 60 for the season.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Again, it's Sanders. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Harding's kick is good. And the Rams are back within 2 scores.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Off Play fake. He'll look to throw. Metcalf with the grab. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play to kick off this drive. 31 yards. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. On the RPO. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
On the ground, here's ETL. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. He works free, break side. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of the nets here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
19-18.
They'll run it with Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
18 Cardinal, 18
It's
Cardinal.
Otten in motion. To throw is Sanders. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Let's go. 70 Timber.
He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
That's swung out to ETN. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 2-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go! 70 Lions!
From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down. Steelers getting ready to put this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field.
Ready! Ready! Rig!
The motion man is Nakua.
79 Broncos! Let go!
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Open man downfield, that's Godwin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
Let's go, let's go!
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Ready! Cougar 19! Ready!
From the gun, it's Shador. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Sanders' pass intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 7-yard line.
Here we go, here we go!
They'll look to throw. They're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having. Going to lose a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. A carry here for ETN. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. First and 10. The run out of the gun with Johnson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of 2.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Ready up! Come on, set! Conquer 19!
We'll go to the drop play here on second down. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
Here we go, set! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles!
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee.
Let's go now!
2nd and 11.
60 Bison, 60 Bison!
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.